Hey everyone, Jeff from Ajabu Accounting here, and today I want to talk about how to handle a manual journal entry in Xero when you need to use a checking account. And the reason for this video is that in Xero, as you may be aware, you're not allowed to use a checking account in Xero when filing that manual journal entry. So usually they like to have everything reconciled through the bank transactions. So that's the reason why. But sometimes you're going to have a large, more complex purchase. It's just going to make more sense to have everything on one journal entry. So we're going to break down step by step how to do that, and more specifically, the introduction of the suspense account, which is how you'll get around that in Xero. So stick with me here as we go through how to handling a manual journal entry in Xero while getting around not having the option of a checking account. Okay, so now we are in the Xero dashboard, and from here, what we're going to do is we're going to want to go to the chart of accounts just to verify something really quick. So in Xero, they actually already have a default suspense account. So we're going to need to use this to essentially transfer money to or from a checking account with a manual journal entry. So we are going to go ahead and just use this default suspense account. So in terms of the transaction we're going to want to utilize here, so let's just go ahead and look at the bank feed really quick here. So let me go to bank accounts. Just click this here. So we're going to go to the bank statements. And there was one purchase here, this one for 4,500. We're going to go ahead and do a manual journal entry for this unreconciled purchase. And then we're going to go ahead and move money in and out of the suspense account. And I'm going to show you how to do that right now. So in order to do that, the first step would be to create the journal entry. So we'll hit this plus button, and then we'll go ahead and hit manual journal. Okay. And we'll just put the date of the 13th. And then we'll just say suspense example. Okay. And then for the account, we'll just say this is office equipment. Okay. Suspense account. And then we're going to want to go ahead and do that 4,500 that we saw earlier. Okay. That's great. And then we're going to want to go ahead and post. Okay. All right, wonderful. So now before we go back to the bank transactions feed, I want to go ahead and show you the chart of accounts really quick. So when we go back to the suspense account, you can see now it has a balance of 4,500, right? This is exactly what we want to see. So what we do want to ultimately get that back down to zero. So in order to do that, what we'll go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and go toward the bank accounts again. We'll click on this checking account here. And then we'll go ahead and go back to the bank statements. Just to actually, we want to go to reconcile, I should say. I was going to say we should go to bank statements just to look at the transaction again, but we'll go ahead and just go straight to the transaction itself. Okay, so then we're going to want to go ahead, and now that we've found this transaction, we're going to want to go ahead and create. We'll just say this is for, actually, we should have. Probably, yep, smart agency. Just match up the right ones there. And we're going to want to choose the suspense account that we just implemented, okay? So we're going to want to go ahead, hit suspense, and then we'll say suspense example again. All right. And now that we've created that entry, we're going to go ahead and hit OK. All right. So now that we've done that, let's go ahead and go back to the chart of accounts. So that way we can verify that we did everything correct and our suspense account balance is zero, which is what we want. So we're going to go ahead and go back to the chart of accounts. We'll hit the suspense, yep, right there. All right, and as we can see, the balance is zero. This is exactly what we want. So when doing these manual entries in Xero, and in the event that you need to, list these larger or more complex transactions, this is ultimately how you would do that process, is using the suspense account and then moving money in and out of that through Xero, through the bank reconciliation feature. Hey everyone, so that's how you would handle a journal entry in Xero with not having a checking account as an option. So it's just really simple. You're just going to go ahead and create that Suspense account and then send and receive money through the bank feed to that Suspense account whenever you need to do that manual journal entry. So hopefully this is helpful. Look forward to seeing you in my next video. Make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.